Do-do-do. I believe in people like you. Can I save you from you? 'Cause you know there's something different, and that champagne you've been sipping is not supposed to make you different all the time. It's starting to feel like the wrong thing to do. And with all that recognition, it gets hard for you to listen to the things that I'ma say to make you mine. Like, live, girl, have some fun, girl. We'll be fine. Trying to convince myself I found one. Making a mistake I never learned from. I swear I always fall for your type. 2104. I think lead chess is pretty comparable to chess.com in terms of rating. So 2100 on lead chess is about the same on chess.com. But I'm not touching my chess.com until 2026. Lead chess should give a ballpark measure of my ability. I love the Slav. Let me play the Slav. Do I love the Slav? My favorite thing in the world. Vishy and Non play the Slav. A lot of top players, of course, play the Slav, but Vishy's one of the most notable. And he's the only, I think he's the only Super Grandmaster I've actually watched and studied his games in the Slav a little bit at the Adult Improvement Clinic last year in good old St. Louis, Missouri. All right, break. One of the instructors, Grandmaster Denish Boros, recommended the class and I study Anon's Slav battles. So I did. I'm a good student. Great student, actually. It's a little bit weird. It's blitz chess. Let's have some fun. It's blitz chess. Why not? Why not? Why not have some fun in blitz chess? Now, a lot of times with the Slav, okay, what's happening? It's wide open here. I don't know if it's because at the lower levels we're just not that good. So we always have this massive gap in space over here. Or what? So that can't be a great move. No, that's a mistake. Okay. Cool. Lovely. Now I'll take it. It's those little things. You just can't mess that up. You can't do that. I'll punish you. That'd be fine if you lock that in. Probably going here. Okay. Now let's be smart. Fine. A little quicker. It's an important one. Do I push there? These pawns are going to be annoying as shit. And then you have to move your bishop. It's all about time. It's all about time. And when your rook goes there, I'm going here. Nothing to worry about. Well, actually, I should probably push. Yeah. Okay. Idiot. I played way too much speed chess today. So this could be a very short stream. It should be a very short stream. I also dealt for close to 10 hours last night, so I'm very tired. The chess revives me. You didn't say that like a joke. You didn't smirk or laugh after you said it. That's because I meant it. It's because I meant it. Yeah, I've heard rumors that bishops can be more powerful than knights, but not if I have an extra one. You're welcome for the chess lesson. Let's finish. Well, let's reply to our challenges. Then we will do the rest of my puzzles for the day. Today I have 3 more left, I think. Oh, I was screwing around probably a little bit too much here. I don't like that move. I don't like that move one bit. Okay. Because if you go there, so you can't take that pawn. What was I thinking you should do? I forget. Probably knight g4. But not that. Yeah. No, I should win. That couldn't have been a great move. Okay. And I love when they do that. Some beginners are just too quick to say, "Oh, I can gain some space." I don't like that move. That's black at all. No, I don't. I don't like it. First, I'm gonna go here. Yeah, you can. That has to be a bad move as well. Because if you want to go here, I'll go here. There will be no pin. I'll check. You'll have to go there. and then that would be bad for you. But also, that can't be a good move. It's pretty simple, right? Because there helps me. You can't move in a manner that defends that. So I think that was a losing move. As I mentioned, this guy's pretty decent. I don't like him as a person, but I guess that's part of adulting. I put up with bullshit people. Sorry, Peter Piper. He said mean things about autism. I don't know that I have autism, but some people do. It's just hateful. There's no need for it. Yeah, because anything you do, I'm checking. Can't go there, of course. So yeah. So my next move is check. And when I check, you should go there. Because if you go there, then I do have stuff. Depending on where you go with that, which I don't even see how you can. Okay, so you can go there. Okay. So here and then there. But then there. And my queen is going to cut you off. And he checks. So that's your move. That's your only move, really. It's here. Which would prevent your bishop from getting there. This pawn becomes kind of helpful now. Yeah, I don't want any conditional moves. Might be a move. Setting that up, which would force the queens off. Unless I wanted to get real weird. Which I guess I could, because I'd have that. It takes, then check, it takes. And then immediately I'm hitting that. I'm pretty sure you have to play there to survive. Knight c6 still looks good, though. No, man, don't get lazy with the arrows. Boom, and boom. Okay, so that doesn't do any good. So I would have to take with the queen. I can't do any crazy shit with my rook. And then am I better? And these pawns still have to be pretty favorable. So I have to take the queen if this happens. It still looks good. So you go in there. Of course, your queen's going to block that. guess I'm just... No, but then you have 2, so I have to react to that now. So I could go here, which might be better. So here you can force the queens off. Knight G2 seems fine, or King G2 seems good. It's probably a little bit better. So I need to win that pawn. If played right, I think I need to try to win that pawn. I'm just allowing your king time. It doesn't seem right. And if all that trades, you get some really good pawns. So now if you wanted to try to threaten me in any way, and I'm here, now I can go here. No, again, Dayton, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Then you can slide. You can also consider doing that now. Then if check, then here or here, and now I'm defending. So I could almost even do that. Last thing to look at, if I went there, I'm so out of it. I'm pinned. Played way too much chess today in my life. Even though I've only played 4 years, I've played enough chess for a lifetime. That's important shit. Okay, so if you want to do that, your bishop's just wasting away. I kind of want to just move there. So go here. Then we're moving our rook to e2 probably. This is what happens when you care. Overthinking. I want to beat this guy. He's saying mean shit to me. I don't know what the fuck that is. No such thing as prodigies. Elaborate on your statement, Peter Piper. Prodigies. Peter. Peter Piper. See, your autism is giving you selective mutism. That's just fucking hateful. But I'm also acting, a little bit weird as I contemplate the same moves 10 million times. It's real simple. It's either there. or it's there. And it's probably going to lead to a similar result. Okay, so then I can go here. Of course, your rook can't chase me. So then if you want to give that queen check, would my knight be good there? Because of that pin, it might be okay. So I think we make that move. If there, I'm just going to go here. Of course, your rook still can't move. My queen's in a great spot. And if you give that check, then I'm still losing my fucking mind because my queen would hang. See, and this is where I just get lazy. I get lazy. Max is a prodigy. He's just not quite there yet. And Maxwell doesn't see that my knight is covering both squares, so I mate now. But I'm not making the best moves is the problem. Yeah, checkmate. Every time we finish the game, we're going to break it down. Great job, Max. Great fight. Max is one of the rising stars of my chess army. A lot of potential, a lot of heart, love for chess. Like me, he's got to slow down. He's got to slow down. So here, then I get my knight trapped. Well, not necessarily. I want my knight to be there. I want my knight to be there. No, right now I'm fine. I bartendered Applebee's. He's going places, as most chess players are. Just castle. I want to re-challenge Max. Oh man, where'd my game go? Yeah. Yeah. Just yeah, as I covered throughout this, Max had chances. Mainly that was it right there. That was his chance. Don't overthink it now, Max. Just finish it. Just finish it. Yeah, it likes me taking back a little bit more, but not to be mean, I play chess with my entire life, so I always feel like I'm the better player, even against Peter by quite a bit. Until my master friends start playing me back. Yeah. That's amazing. I didn't see that. Yeah, yeah. Queen b6, you have to give it away. Because anything else I take and I win the queen. See, I'm not even thinking. This is not hard. I had the right idea. I'm just part of it's daily games. Part of it I've played so much online chess. My brain's probably not healthy anymore. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like making the best moves. I just play because I've seen enough people do this stuff. Yeah. Very lazy. Very lazy. We'll look at that with Max next time he's on. I don't think he's on this time. No, he's not. Okay, I have done 2 puzzles for today. I get 5 or 6 a day. I think I get 5 a day, which is perfect. Not a great selling point for someone like me. You're going to deprive me of puzzles? Great. I should go walk my dog or attend meetups, pick up a shift at work. Yeah. Okay. This first one. See, I thought this one was a little more difficult than some of the puzzles rated higher, just because that's pretty obvious, though. When your king's exposed, you can't just automatically pin things. And of course, I won't even say for beginners watching anymore. I think everyone can solve these puzzles. Even if they're new to chess, learn how the pieces move, just think really hard, have a positive attitude. So obviously here, and I just get a rook taken as well, and then take, and it's all even. So I have to give my rook. And since the queen can't check me, I win a bishop. Now the tricky part, which is what took me time, in the actual puzzle, there was more movement. Okay, so now I forget what happened in the puzzle. There was one more move in the puzzle. I know there was. I'm not crazy. Well, I am crazy, but I know for a fact because I had to spend time making sure. Oh, no, that's what it was. I was looking at if there's any reason to check first. And let's say you go here. It's obviously the same. What I was considering is, let's say you try to hide there, looking at trying to mate. But at the end of the day, you would just want to go here after this check. And then your king is already, I mean, there's no pawns protecting anyway, so it would just work its way to the center. Maybe a white's still a little bit better, but it's not pleasant. Yeah. That's what I said. That's the best move. Because you can't go there. That's what I was looking at. That's right. Because here, and then, yeah. So I'll win it, and then I'll be attacking the shit out of you. But if king f7, now I have no checks. And nothing. So I have to take with check. And the robot likes the king being there much better than the king being there. Okay. So that was the first one. The second one's interesting, and this is why chess.com has good puzzles. I've heard some pretty notable streamers and players stronger than me praise Lead Chess for their puzzles over chess.com. I haven't done that many puzzles on Lead Chess compared to chess.com, but I'm a fan of their puzzles. And here's a perfect example. When we're starting out, the puzzles are easy. They're encouraging. Get to the point where if you have some, intellect, you don't even have to be good at chess. You can guess because it's usually attacking. It's attacking, it's trying to pin, counting captures, etc. But now sometimes I have to defend. Sometimes it looks like, okay, that's a pretty unsafe king. But how do I get to it? Am I attacking the king or am I defending my own? And if we don't know the idea and we can't tell it immediately from the position, or it's not always an attacking puzzle, we have to not only stop guessing, but evaluate what we're trying to do. And here the only way I can check, of course, is the rook, and that's just way too much. There's nothing that comes from it either. You can hide, you can do a lot of things. So then my next thought is, if I can get to that pawn, well, then the queen, but of course this pawn is going to work with Mr. F pawn. My knight will be threatening nothing. I'll be in check. I can't run here, so I have to run here. And then you can take, or better yet, I think you can mate. It's here, and then I can't leave there. Yeah, that'd be mate. I remember that. So if I did something dumb, I'm getting hit with that. I guess my knight would defend the bishop check, but it's still really shitty. So here, then here. You can't go there. Oh yeah, you would take with check, and then I would lose the knight, which is why the solution is to defend that queen. Check. So blunder mate. Yeah, that's what I was saying. But if my knight were there, of course I could cover that. I mean, you can learn so much with the internet. Like, I'm not saying it's possible to master chess as an adult if one didn't play. Susan Polgar thinks it is. She knows more than I and you combined. But the internet is such a variable, and this is amazing. You can not only do puzzles, you have to kind of have an idea of how to learn anything, not just screw around like I've done in part with online chess. But look at all these options. You can not only do the puzzle, you can see the bad move was made, which I think chess.com maybe accidentally does a pretty good job of making reasonable bad moves with their puzzles, so beginners can understand what bad moves might happen at the level they're at. I don't like that now that I'm higher rated, it still makes obviously bad moves that would never happen at my level. But if here, oh, that is queen h2 check. Okay. Okay, so the idea is just to draw. So no matter what, you're just going to draw. Yeah. But I do have to defend that. That's the solution to the puzzle. All right. Let's. I don't like to reply twice in one stream, but I will never play games that matter, including my daily games, when I'm not streaming. Because if anyone accuses me of cheating, I do not need a lawsuit. I'm not going to sue them. I'm going to beat the shit out of them. There's no need for it. All right. 10 minutes versus a real bad chess player. I like it. I'm going to get a little bit weird, especially in the opens of my longer league chess games. Because why not? I hate that move. Not because it's annoying, because I hate the move. There's a reason the knight usually develops to f3. See, what the fuck are you doing? If you were higher rated and or an over the board athlete, This is the way to play me. There's a guy, actually I know his name. His name's Forrest. I remember everything. Especially when the athletes are stronger than me, and I've played him a couple times. Because Forrest is in that range where he's a lot better than me, but he's beatable. I never beat him, but he did play a really bad game once. I played a really good game. I blew it at the end. He's what I would consider about as good of a chess player as I could reasonably be. But Forrest plays like this. It's bullshit. He's good at it. I've seen him play some 2000s, and he beats 2000 every now and then. But he plays these fucking openings that are just so slow. I think he plays a lot of d4 as white. Even as white, he plays so fucking slow, but he's smooth. Difference is Forrest would be like a 2300 or more level player online. Parameters probably just develop. And if you go here, I've noticed when I analyze, a lot of times I make the right wing pawn pushes at the right times, but I need to better um, like know what the fuck I'm doing with them. I don't like that rook move at all. These players are just not very good. In the opponent's defense, at least he or she told me that with the name. All right, let's clog everything up. If you want to take your knight, I'll of course happily double the pawns. Let's do it. So that's a mistake. I think because takes. And then you got to use your queen. It'll go there. You know you have to do that. After queen takes, which you have to. Guess you can do that. That's one of the hard things about all this shit being clogged up. You don't have a lot of ways to make me think about having to defend my rook from a distance. Your dark bishop is just shitty. Your light square bishop isn't much better. Okay, so now that's a bad move. And that's another bad move. And this is where most of my chess.com rating comes from. It was a bit disappointing. Nope, stay clogged up. When I realized my chess.com rating isn't that impressive, because when you listen to Hikaru Nakamura, pretty much any streamer that talks about online chess, my numbers are way too good for an adult who never played as a kid. But I've just found ways to win. I don't know how else I can put it. And mainly to get to 2,000 online. And I'm not saying that that's super easy to do, but it is if you're going to give me your queen for free. See, that's a joke. It is playing well with a lead. And as you get better, of course, your leads will be harder to acquire and they'll be much smaller. But it's a big part of just being a decent player. See, you're just a coward. You're no good at chess. At least you know that. You're giving me your pieces because you've given up. Yeah, but we can learn something from every game, even when we play opponents that are no good. But leads, especially small leads, are not that hard to get, especially as white under 2,000. And where I'm going to have to get a lot better over the board is playing without a lead or recovering. Even against stronger players, like I mentioned, his name is Forrest. He's a lot better than me. But if he messes up, I can definitely beat him. And I'm a lot better now than the last time we played. But consistently, he's going to beat the shit out of me because he knows how to provoke weaknesses, convert advantages, etc. And I just play pretty good with the lead. I dictate the situation. I don't have to come up with ideas, long-term strategy. But we are going to not play any more games. Something I'm not sure of is, should I seek out better competition? It's not easy. I'm a 1539 rated USDF player. Probably my actual ability is in the very low 1600s. So not a lot of 1800s or 1900s want to play me, nor should they, because I'm crazy. I don't really know how to play chess, and that can be annoying for one game. I have nothing to lose, but it could destroy their rating. Most coaches of any sport would strongly suggest playing competition that's a little bit better, but not so much that it's going to break us mentally, or that it's going to be such a bad game that we don't even get to practice. And just mentality wise, being tough, competing, I agree, but there's so much access to information now that even if I went and played like a 900 player that at least knew how to move the pieces and knew a few openings, I'm going to get notations from it that I've never seen before. Sometimes against players that are much less skilled than us, the games actually go longer. And I can manipulate that game. I can put it, I'm pretty good at finding the sweet spot where I'm winning by enough against the first round of a lot of tournaments when I was rated 1300 something. I had to play like a 900 or 1100. And then the next round, I would usually get to play someone closer to my level. If I won that, I would play someone better than me. But through those games, I've analyzed every fucking game I've played over the board. There's not one game that I have not analyzed twice. And I look back on them all every month. I just skim through it, and if it's a game I don't replay them notation move by move in my head, but if I can't see the game happening in my head, I actually get out the game and I abort and I play the game. So I go through my notations. Like that's it. That's my mistakes. I remember that game. I remember what the opponent looked like. Sometimes try to remember what he was wearing just to make it real in my head again. If the opponent made a mistake or made a grimace, I try to remember what move that happened, and then okay, I'm good. But if it's a game that I don't recall certain things, like something happened that it was unique, I can't remember where was I sitting, what board was I on, all that, then I will actually get my board out and I will try to recreate the game. I do that every month with all my games. It's probably over 150 games. There's some games that weren't rated. But my point is, when I was playing competition a lot lower skilled than me, a lot lower rated than me, even now that I'm much higher rated than I was, so I would crush them now even more. The games still add value because I can put in a different situation with stockfish that leads to another position. That sweet spot I was talking about, where I was beating them by enough to where even if stockfish took over their position, they couldn't win. I got in my head, I'm pretty good at understanding when that would be, especially if there's not a lot of material on the board. Then I will replay it as them, and I'll play stockfish, and I'll see if I was right. Like, could stockfish come back against me, and play it as both sides? So I can see if stockfish can come back against me and recover the lead, and then I will try to hold the lead against the robot. But we get so much value out of those. Like, it wouldn't even be terrible to just go and play not very good players. And just get a big sample size and analyze them all. Anyway, let's get out of there. Let's go back to our puzzles. Close it out with my 3 remaining puzzles of the day. Oh, yeah. There, give you no checks. Your knight has to respond to the threat wherever it goes. I'm going to check and I'm going to win your bishop. It's pretty simple. So I can't go anywhere else. extra hard in my butt. I'm the puzzle master. I am the puzzle master. It was back under 3,000 because I don't slow down. Slow down. Two more good puzzles. That was a weak puzzle. Really bad puzzle. My only knock on chess.com puzzles, sometimes it goes back and forth. Literally a grandmaster type puzzle that I could imagine grandmasters don't automatically get. And then the next one will be like that, where there's a piece that's under fire. My only option is to do what I did, which is relinquish my castling right so you don't have a target with your bishop. Or I can not win your piece. It's pretty fucking simple. I bring my bishop out, then you check. When you take, then your knight has time to move. Just dumb. Good enough. 60. There's no magic number like 60 seconds. The 10,000 hour rule is bullshit also, but it's a good idea. My intent was to slow my brain down and pause between tasks. That's what I did. Whether that's 60 seconds or not, it doesn't matter. Black to move. Well, all I can do is that, right? Let's see, this is another weird one. Like, what do you think? What do you want me to do besides take the pawn? So boom. You can't get any closer, so then you go there to there. I'll go there. You can try to close in. Whoa. What options do I have? Probably better off just leave your king there, right? It's just it go from being difficult, then it's just too easy. So this is the move. Okay. Sometimes when it's super easy, there's a move you got to think about. So that would be the. So boom, 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 boom. Let's say boom, boom. The king can't go there is the answer. That's why I need to go there instead of there. Because your king can never block the bishop. So if I go here, I lose because there, then I guess there, and then there, and then there. and then there, and then I allow you there without blocking your bishop. So then I can never push. Furthermore, I cannot defend my pawn, which leads to a draw. So the answer is that. I know I can't push the pawn. So if I go there and there, it's the same situation. So I have to go here. So when you close, I'll go here, block you from there. If you go here, then I'll go here. Your king is cut. You can't go there. So now win your bishop. That's 4, right? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Oh. Hello from America. How are you? You're not plotting with Norbadek, are you? Noderbeck. That's how you say it. My fault. I hate mispronouncing names, but when it gets to those foreign names, unless it's Indian, because I worked with a lot of people from India, I'm going to get them wrong. So I should get some grace with that. Noderbeck. That's how you say it. From Uzbekistan. Yeah, that's right. World ranking number 6. This isn't one of Noderbeck's chess prodigies, is it? Is he training you? I'll be pissed. Well, I'm being tricked by grandmasters. All right. That's him. Really fucking good. He's only 20. See, we gotta let Hans Niemann go. We gotta pull the reins off of Hans Niemann, like our powerful people are going to do with AI, even though they tell us they're going to use it ethically. Let Hans Niemann fight, because otherwise, especially India is already tearing us up. Hans Niemann is the only young American in their class. They got at least 5 or 6 young Indian grandmasters, and Hans Niemann is the only American in their territory right now. And then you got other countries that are right there with them. I mean, you got to give Hans Niemann every chance. I don't care if he goes absolutely Bobby crazy. You cannot do that. American chess, block me. Fuck it. I'm 30. I'll go get a wife. Go back to corporate tech. You cannot do that to Hans Niemann. He's our only hope. Then I win the queen. So it's knight, and then I can hide. Because if knight and then king takes, save the rook. Then I go there. Can't go there, obviously, if my pawn will take. If you go there, it'll come with check, right? So maybe not. Boom. 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 Or boom. So it's definitely, so take. Can't use that rook because I win your queen. Can't use that rook because I win your queen. So you have to take with your king, else something like that. I'm just going to check the safety, and then I will win the bishop. So after that happens here, so not there, it's here. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Well, it could be either. But the answer is not to do that because the queen will be there. The answer is the rook will be able to take. And here. It's definitely rook. It's definitely knight. And then king. And boom. Okay, so that will block you from taking your king that way, which means your king will have to okay, yeah. Okay. So here, 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 check. Due to the pin, your king must take because your queen is pinned here. I want to be on the dark square instead of that one, so you can't start running that way. And then you're cut. Your queen is still here, so you're forced to go. You're mated. Oh. No, you go back. Then you still can't run there. Then you're mated. Well, let me take. You have to give me your queen. Okay. No? What? What did I miss? I thought. Huh? Really? It's still winning. I shouldn't get hammered for that. Yeah, I mean, I should see that. I get it, but and now this is an important thing because I've had a decent session for how tired I am. Usually Mondays and Thursdays are my most intense days training because I've had one day to rest after one full day. But it's still important. Let's make sure we at least saw the right wrong line. My mistake was I spent too much time on the follow-up moves and not enough making sure the first move was right. Okay, so at least, yeah, because you can't do anything yet. I'll check safety. So that was right. Have to go there. And then you're wanting F3 check. Yeah, he just fucking hide. He just hide. How pathetic. I hate this game. It's an easy puzzle. Easy puzzle. Terrible. Do I have one more in me? I think I maxed them out, yeah. Okay. Well, there's 4 for 5. 96. We're getting it back. I will be on tomorrow. Rested. Ready for a good day. Oh, let's go through these real quick. Shoot. I didn't even look at the... Yeah. So we'll start tomorrow looking at the steeper. Yes, you can't do that. That's good. In the Slav like that, that's... I don't know why this happens. I called out in the game. It always seems to be a lot of space back here, and these pawns get pushed. Maybe the opponent that's newer just thinks it's a different structure. I have to attack it, but there's no need to be pushing all your pawns that early. Yeah. Shit. And I like that a lot because now if you take, my knight forces your bishop to react immediately, and then I can start using these pawns a little bit. You want me to take it? Yeah, why not block that pawn from moving? Did I blow that shit? Okay, so I need that there so you can't move your king in. And why it's not bad to be playing players that are too good. Like that's I look good against players that are no good, but you just gave it right back to me. Most of my wins online should, even with a decent club player taking over in like the late middle game, should be a lot closer. Need to come up with a better plan here. Yeah, I've already got that knight covered. So if you just go back like a normal, sane person, it's +3. Yeah, okay. We get some rest. I'll be ready to roll tomorrow. Please challengemanchess.com if you're not already one of my daily challengers.